Hi YouTube, it's Ed from the Pro Audio Web blog here, and today we're going to be looking at the Bang Olufsen BeoPlay H6 headphones. So usually in the range you'll get the H6s in a black or a cream, but today we have them in a special edition green colour, and I really think that these are quite a nice pair of headphones in green. So let's go ahead and see what we get in the box. So the first thing that we get is your H6s, designed by Jacob Wagner, and he's designed quite a few other products with Bang Olufsen, and I think he's come up trumps with these ones because they look stunning. So what we're going to just do is we're just going to pop them aside for 1 second. So let's remove this foam, and the first thing you notice is you will get a 3.5mm jack to jack, and this is 1.2 meters in length. It's a cylindrical cable that has an iDevice remote control for your Android or your iPhones or your iPads. And on the end here it's finished with an aluminium baton with 24 karat gold coating on the termination pins themselves. So we'll put that there, and the next thing we get, it's not a carry case, but it is a really nice presentation bag. It's designed to protect your headphones on the go or just generally in your house. It comes with, it's like a drawstring slider which has got the BeoPlay logo on an aluminium disc, and you just slide that up to keep them in good order. And it's always best to protect your headphones in a product such as this, because you don't want them getting scratched, especially when you've got a design like these. It's an investment and it's best to just protect them really, so that's the next thing that you get. So finally you'll have your booklet, and in here it tells you that as standard you get a 1-year warranty with your headphones. But to increase this to 3 years, all you got to do is you just got to go and log on the Bang Olufsen website and go in there and register your headphones. It takes probably a couple of minutes and you get 3 years warranty at the end of it, so it's just best to do that. So pop the packaging aside now and let's take a look at the headphones themselves. So the first notable feature is that these headphones operate from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz or 22,000 Hz, and it's based on a 44mm neodymium magnet driver in here. They're very powerful magnets, and it does produce an articulate, a really highly articulate sonic signature. So, but we'll come on to that in a little bit later on. So, as we mentioned before, they're designed by Jacob Wagner, and on the top of your headband, this is a cowhide, and it's all stitched quite nicely. It feels very robust in the hand, but it does also have a bit of slack in it, so it can fit over your head nicely. And they do accommodate a small head or a large head, and due to their biaxial design on the driver housing themselves, they accommodate the facial, the structure of the face, so they kind of they've got like an inline presence on your head, and it makes they do just look stunning on as well. So outer comfort, they are, I'd say, medium comfort wise. First time you put them on you might think, oh, that's a little bit hard, but on the inside here we've got this textured material. We've got 4 different foam compartments. It's not memory foam, but it still does feel quite comfortable after a short period of time. So moving on, we come to the driver housings themselves, and this is an aluminium backplate. And on the inside here, although these headphones are classified as a closed back headphone, they do have a small bass reflex port, which allows the bass presence to kind of come across. It goes a little bit deeper as well. So they've got those in there. You can't really see it from the outside of the design at all. So the next thing is to look at the inside. Both the headphones do not have left and right indicators on the outside, as that would ruin the design. So he's gone on the inside here with the left and rights. It's pretty simple to know where they're going. And on the inside here as well, the drivers are aimed slightly back. We won't be able to see that very clear here, but they're aimed slightly back, and that's to help the transmission of sound go adequately into the ear canal. So that's a nice little touch there. But on the ear cups themselves, This is a nice supple lambskin, and this complements the skin of the outer ear quite nicely. So when they're on, you shouldn't really notice any abrasive movements going on your ear, and it should be quite a nice experience to wear them for a few hours. So, as we said, these are in green, and I think that they look really, really nice. And the design is pretty flawless. They feel sturdy. They don't kind of wobble around or anything like that. There's no rattling going on. So probably the next thing that we want to talk about is, it's a really odd bit of design here. But what you can do is you can place the 3.5mm jack in either ear, really. So you can pop it in your left or your right, and that won't make any difference to the sound whatsoever. All it does is it just means that you can have a preference. So if we go ahead and pop this in the left headphone, now we've got this port free. So what they've done is they've allowed this port so you can tether another set of headphones to it. And everyone's going nuts on this whole sharing music at the moment, and it's a nice touch. So if you're on transport and stuff, you can listen to music with your friends, and you're listening to what they're listening to, so you can still have quite a social experience with that. But it is a nice touch going on there. So we've now talked about the design here, and I think the next thing to do is to probably talk about what do they sound like. So we mentioned as well that they operate on 20 to 22,000 hertz, and overall they feel very audiophile. It's not a consumerish sound. It's not something that I would say is average. These are spectacular for what you get, really. They are possibly a little bit expensive on how they perform. But overall, there is a balanced and fine sound. It does feel very audiophile, and these aren't headphones for bass heads. You won't get a huge bass with them, but what you do get is you get a bass which goes really low. So right across the frequency spectrum, they feel quite controlled and quite well presented. There's no frequencies that I would say jump out to me at all. There's no harshness on the lows, there's no harshness on the highs, and the dynamics, they don't feel overpronounced. But the spatial separation, there's quite a wide, it's not overly wide, but I would say it's a little bit wider than normal, which means that you get this whole sound stage which opens up all the little instruments in between. You can hear them going across from left to right or right to left, so you get this really nice sonic landscape going on. They work excellently with all different types of genres of music, and I can't say that there was any genre that I would say is better or worse. They just perform extremely well right across the board. And they are quite a revealing set of headphones. You will get the nuances of the sounds or different instruments, but the finer instruments are still heard. There's no, so if an instrument's playing quite quiet, it will still sound, you can still hear that, even though there's other instruments kind of preceding it. But so that's a little bit on what they sound like. Something that I was really shocked with was how well that they reject the ambient noise. So when you pop them on your head, you can't really hear anything around you, especially if you're playing music. You just can't hear anything. And likewise, you won't be annoying people on the bus, you won't be annoying people on the train or the tube by listening to them quite loud, because you can't really hear them when they're on someone's head either. So how they've done that, I don't know, but out of all the headphones we've had here, I could say that these are really exceptional at blocking ambient noise. So if you're quite concerned about that when you go on public transport, then you need not fear anymore. So go and grab yourself a pair of H6s. So these are fashionable headphones, but they have substance. They have a good overall sonic performance, and they've got a great design to them. So this has been our first look and short review of the Bang & Olufsen BeoPlay H6 headphones. Please like and subscribe. If you want to ask me a question, feel free to do that as well, and I'll respond to you within a few days. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.